Hi guys, I wanted to share with you, I think a very important article in FranceSoir. Because I'm French, I wanted to talk to you about it in English. And also worth noticing that the French news outlet got this article from an Italian online newspaper, which website I will put in the also in the description, and I will also give in the description the FranceSoir article. Okay, so it's there in French. As I said, it's on the side. It's on the sidebar if you go there. But I've translated it on my website into English. So if you go to Multidimensional Ocean, which is my blog, and you will find it in English there, okay? So I'm going to go over it, and I give the source as well there from the French website. Okay, so it says, well, basically let's start with the title maybe. So in Italy, carers are overwhelmingly refusing the vaccine, and that also concerns teachers and university professors, which is mentioned at the end of the article. So it says that the shock figure of the day in Lombardy, 10,000 carers refused the vaccine. In Veneto, 5,000 carers refused the vaccine. The authorities are faced with the risk of destroying clinics and hospitals. According to reports published this week in the Italian press, the real figure of Italian carers refusing the so-called anti-COVID injections following the entry into force of Decree number 44 intended to impose the vaccine on them is extremely impressive. If in Lombardy and Veneto the refusal of injection is massive, it is real in all of the regions in Italy. In Sardinia, we have 700 carers refuse it, 57 of whom have been suspended from work. Of the 10,000 objectors in Lombardy, the suspension procedure is launched against 2,500 of them. The National Federation of Medical Association, in addition to its pro-injection fervor, nevertheless acknowledged that the decree is badly drafted, while there is a proven risk of emptying the entire service by suspending caregivers and creating medical deserts. In Servarisi, and I'm sorry for the Italian speakers, I don't know how to pronounce that, Santa Croce, near Padua, the one and only general practitioner responsible for treating 1,300 patients stopped working from one day to the next so as not to have to submit to the injection. The same situation is occurring in many medical deserts. Moreover, since employment contracts do not provide for any vaccination obligation, its legal basis is very fragile. So basically, nobody has that option in the contract that they have to vaccinate. So legally, it doesn't stand on very good ground. So this is why it's important, if you find yourself in this situation, to ask your employer to show you the contract where it says that you have to vaccinate. Right, the last paragraph of this article says, in Servarese, Santa Croce, near Padua, the one and only general practitioner in charge of treating the 1,300 patients stopped practicing overnight, as not to have to submit. So we've said that. The same is happening in many medical deserts. However, each caregiver is entitled to challenge the suspension before the administrative courts. Thus, Professor of Constitutional Law and lawyer Daniel Granara represents the 10,000 caregivers before 15 provincial courts, as well as around 2,000 teachers from schools and universities. Very important, the school teachers and universities are also protesting in Italy and resist this mandatory vaccination. Another specialist in the class action, lawyer Mauro Sandri, has launched action against the Green Pass, against the European Medicines Agency, so the EMA, and represents many employees injured by the vaccination obligation. So it's important that they actually also point out that the vaccination injures people, and it's quite dangerous. Okay, I'm going to post that up now, and I'll put the links in the description. Please subscribe and like.